Disney is resetting Star Wars, erasing the last Jedi and the rise of Skywalker forever, erasing those horrible movies from the Star Wars canon. A new rule that has hit offering that Disney Star Wars will be reset and its work will be seen Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and Skywalker basically erased. This will come to the future rule of the Doomcock Overlord DVD YouTube channel. Who's offered that Star Wars Civil War is heavy at Lucasfilm, between Kevin Kennedy and Jon Favreau. Doomcock also previously provided those Skywalker spoilers prior to Marvel Studios announced their new director will be running on Team Captain Marvel 2, and there will be all kinds of problems with Brie Larson and Captain Marvel. Interestingly enough, Feige is also going with Elizabeth Olsen and Scarlet Witch. Disney Star Wars is being nullified. Getting back to the rumor, Doomcock sees the plans that are to save the Star Wars franchise involves Abrams and Rian Johnson's trilogy getting nullified. It is claimed that the Star Wars trilogy, Disney Star Wars trilogy, will be erased using a concept that was made canon in the Rebels animated series. In Season 4, Episode 14, a road between worlds, a cousin between the Veil of Force is introduced. A mystical dimension of the Force that connects all space and time, explains Doomcock. It received confirmation that two additional sources claiming that this is the spot indeed Lucasfilm realized that they made a massive problem in their hands. The Star Wars franchise is all but dead. And despite Kevin Kennedy's hatred of this idea, Lucasfilm is preparing to render the sequel trilogy null and void. It is said that the events from Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Skywalker will be removed from the canon, isolated in an old alternate timeline, and are regarded as ice throws like entertainment like the Star Wars Legends, and like Dragon Ball GT the Dragon Ball, where Dragon Ball GT is now referred to as the alternate timeline of Dragon Ball. So what Doomcock explained that the Star Wars multiverse will be created isolating Disney Star Wars from everywhere else, because nobody likes Disney Star Wars. And as the Star Wars is incoming, Doomcock continues that the details can't be verified, but the proof it's happening in the Rise of Skywalker more on that below. It's far on the plans of said Prey. That said, Prey says Captain Kennedy is again to hate out of the idea instead of doing everything she can to crush the plan of the past. Everything Captain Kennedy did in the sequel trilogy will be destroyed, tossed out, declared obsolete. Doomcock feels that plan will happen, a massive reset will hit the Star Wars universe, he says. Regarding how they're going to do with Disney Star Wars sequels will be involves the Emperor. Emperor property had a room on the second Death Star called the Room of Mirrors. Rooms were created by the Emperor prior to Death Star through the dark side, using ancient Sith rituals. These universes are linked to the Veil of Force for many purposes. Using the property to manipulate the Force can further his aims. For example, the use of mirrors allowed Palpatine to crowd the Jedi Council and conceal himself for his dark influences by the Jedi and Force sensitives that he found a fall. And yep, that explains how they couldn't find Palpatine, and their ancestral tools allow him to use twice the pinnacle of ultimate power. It is constantly that Palpatine survived Darth Vader throwing down the Sith in the throne room of Death Star. And the desperation as he fell, he opened a portal to the Veil of the Force and entered it. This explains why Palpatine in such a damaged state that transformed himself from the Veil without the aid of mirrors, drained him and damaged him severely. Doomcock goes on to explain that the Emperor created a second set of viewers in Exegol that allowed him to escape through a report the rise of the Empire. And yep, regarding how things will be said, explained that all one has to do is go to the Veil of Mirrors to enter. And yeah, and enters the Veil never gets back to Exegol. The Emperor is prevented by using the mirrors to return. He dies and is intended to return to the Jedi, but Bob's your uncle, and all of our problems are solved, explained Doomcock. So that since the Emperor never survives, that meant the events of Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and Skywalker could never come to pass in Lucas's timeline. No Disney's trilogy, Han doesn't walk superly to a lightsaber, Rey does not fly like Mary Poppins for space, and Luke does not die. Has nothing to run away from it and consumes no green milk. I'm informed that there will be no amazing wonder way that he was born after. The Emperor's death says Doomcock, who wrote that the particulars are still getting worked on, but the plan of the sequel trilogy will be our misery. It will restore freedom in George's galaxy. And you have the proof of the Star Wars reset. Doomcock offers proof that there may be happening in a scene that was included in the Rise of Skywalker, included Rey confronting the dark side of itself. Viewers can be seen in the background. It's unknown that Abrams knew the scene was about, but demonstrates the possibility of this rumor. The scene features broken mirrors as well as still attacked with that dark gray and meters from. Well, my friends, it's a glimpse to the veil of the Force, explains Doomcock. and anything is possible as branching alternate timelines, converting the version to mystical dimension, which is glimpses of those viewers as the alternate version of Rey, working with the Veil and alternate versions of Palpatine, Luke, and other characters. Some of the multiverse might even rise to see versions of Disney sequels docketed outrage and alienated a huge version section of the Star Wars fandom. But for now, the best we can hope is Veil for the Force can obliterate the Disney sequels and banish him to the older fun powers viewer, and the fast horror viewers multiverse will be forgotten to the substandard garbage that they are. So yep, Disney Star Wars will soon be gone, according to this rumor. So that's basically it. Goodbye. Good riddance.